So the Crash Team Racing remake is coming out next month. And honestly, pretty excited for it. I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid, and I got a lot of memories of me playing it with my sister and even with my dad at one point. And then one day I was really saddened at the sight of this disc broken in half underneath my bed in its case. I have no idea how it happened, and no one told me how it happened, and so I just kind of accepted it, which really sucks because I loved that game, and it was, can't really do anything about a disc that snapped in half. So when I heard about the remake, I was pretty excited for it, and then I realized, well, I have literally not played this game in years. It is well over 8, 9, maybe even 10 years since I've played this game. And so I was like, you know what? I know that they have all the original Crash stuff on the PlayStation Store and the PS3, so I'm going to go buy it, and I'm going to play through it. But since Crash Team Racing is kind of becoming relevant again because, like I said, the remake is coming out next month, I thought I'd record it and have this old-fashioned Let's Play, even though it probably won't be a Let's Play. I don't think I'll play through the whole game on the channel. I might stream it, possibly, maybe. But I did want to just get my initial impressions down on record. So, here we go.
Start your engines for a Sony Computer Entertainment America production.
Music is always the first thing that's nostalgic.
Fasten your seatbelts for another Naughty Dog creation.
And the last, unfortunately, for Crash Games. It's going to be weird seeing this on PS4 Remastered. I've been kind of trying to stay away from the gameplay too, because anybody that knows me knows that I like to have an actual genuine first reaction. Oh, wow. It's been so freaking long. Just want to make sure that the settings are on right before we actually get started. Smoothing, I'm going to turn smoothing on just because it makes the pixelation a little less obvious. And we gotta watch the intro cutscene. You know we gotta watch the intro cutscene. Or we don't. What the heck? Oh, that's right. You actually have to pick your character at the beginning and who you play through with. Wow. I forgot about that. Beginner. Huh. Well, I think for the sake of the video and for the sake of just probably because I did it mostly as a kid, I'm gonna pick Crash. You know what? Let's go old-fashioned, shall we? While we're on the nostalgic train. That barely looks like a thumbs-up, Crash. Are you giving me a thumbs-up, bud? I can't tell. I wonder if it will play the intro cutscene. Or if it won't.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete. So, you pesky Earthslugs like to race, eh? Well, nitrous oxide, I'm the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills. It's a little game I call survival of the fastest. Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins, I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I'll turn your entire globe into a concrete parking lot and make you my slaves. Get ready to race for the fate of your planet.
Welcome to the Adventure Arena. You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads, which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive onto a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track start line. Finish a track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will turn on and open to you. Good luck, and drive fast.
I knew that information already, but I just wanted to play it again. Oh, this is weird. I don't even remember how to drift. Oh, you can change your perspective. That's kind of cool.
To access this track, you must first collect the number of trophies required to turn on the warp pad. To get trophies...
I got it, Aku Aku. Thank you. I'm just trying to figure out the controls here, bud. That's all I'm doing. You can see how well this is going. Oh, that is how you just have to turn into it all the way. This is gonna be interesting. Can you back up? The L2 and R2 does absolutely nothing. Okay, so you can back up by pushing back on the stick. But you have to accelerate with X? That's super weird! Alright. Let's do our first race then, because I'm gonna suck at this. I'm gonna warn you now. Like I said, it's been well past 10 years since I played this game. Dang it, I'm gonna get the boost. Out of my way, peons. This is my track. My track indeed, even though I suck. Like a lot. Yep, there we go. That's the first sign of sucking. There was no difficulty setting either, so this must just all be like balanced gameplay, I guess. I can't remember how to, I remember that you gotta bounce to get TNT off your head. Trying to keep that wider perspective on. So when you drift like that, the thing will fill up and you can boost, but I can't remember how to initiate the boost. Like when the bar fills up? Can't remember. Eat my shorts! Oh, okay. So it's just the other button. Yeet. Now! Get back here, tiger. I can't remember your name. Oh yeah, the music kicks up too at the last lap. Nope, you can stay away from me. Ah! Shoot! No! I'm the fastest driver. I am speed. I'm really glad that movie's getting a redesign. This is gonna be close. Yep, it was close. But I still got first, so it's okay. Wow. Can you say rusty? Wow. It's a good thing I'm practicing. Because if I were to play like this when the game first came out, yeah, that would have been fun. I wonder how they're going to handle, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, obviously there's going to be some people that are more skilled at racing than other people. I wonder how they're going to handle that, you know, skill cap or skill level, whatever you want to call it. Because I've never played like an online racing game before, like Mario Kart or anything like that. I've never played a kart racing game online before. Crash Team Racing will be my first. You win a trophy. I really wish this guy would still verse Aku Aku.
The more Wampa fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go. If you collect and hold 10 Wampa fruit, you'll be juiced up, and your power-up will become more potent.
Thank you, Aku Aku. I did not remember that. I remember the potency of the attacks if you had 10 Wampa fruit, but not that your cart went faster. That's interesting. Ruse tubes. Oh, are these? Is this the underwater level? I remember a couple levels, but not a lot. I remember a main sewer level, Crash Cove, obviously, that we just got done with. A winter level, a mining level, which might be this level, I'm not sure. But I don't remember every track. There we go. That's the boost at the start. Wow. That, wow! That, drift is hard to get used to. I also know that you can drive a little faster with this. I remember not too long ago, I kind of want to say, shoot, maybe 3 or so years ago. I remember, because I have Crash Nitro Kart on PS2, and I played through that, and I remember getting pretty good at the turns for that game, but it was a little bit of a learning curve for this one. I remember it being a lot easier in Nitro Kart. I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? Crash Nitro Kart? Cortex out here slaying. Get back here, dude. It's my racetrack, not yours. How do you even collect Wampa fruit? I forget. Is it just randomly in boxes? Oh no, it's those crates. Shoot. And I released that way too late, or early. Sorry, not late. No, it's not. It's mine, Cortex. Bag off. Oh, I won that by the skin of my teeth. Whoo! It sucks that most of my nostalgia is internal instead of external. Then again, my commentating skills have kind of lost their luster because, you know, I don't really commentate anything anymore. Ugh. Can you say frame drop? Wow. Must be because of the confetti. That is another unfortunate thing with these downloaded games compared to the old discs, is that you get frame drops a lot with these
You win a
downloaded
trophy.
games. Which doesn't make sense, because the PS3 should be able to handle a PS1 game, but I don't know. Maybe it's the emulator.
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately.
Yeah, I already knew that. Because, like, when you go into a turn and you drift, sometimes you'll go into the turn, and then sometimes you'll, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
To access this boss garage, you must come in first place in all 4 races of this area.
There's 4 races in an area? Then why are there... There's actually... Yeah, there's 5 dots on my screen. I assume the green one is the... No. What the heck? You know what? Why am I guessing? Let's drive over and find out. Because that's a...
You must have a boss key to open this door. You can race up.
Yes. I knew this. I'm just checking. See, this is another race. This is probably the sewer one. Yeah, that's the sewer one. Oh, it's the save. That's right.
This is the load save screen. There are 5 of these screens, 1 in each world section. When you want to load or save a game, go to one of these screens. To access it, drive up to the screen and stop. Then, follow the directions.
I like the way they describe things in these old PlayStation games. Like, I don't know. It's just a funny way of, like, they're describing what you need to do so, like, meticulously. Even though nowadays, I'm sure developers can, you know, they know that people can figure stuff out. Alright, for the sake of the video, I'll do one more. Just because, like, this is super nostalgic. Like, I don't know, but I'm having a hard time sharing my nostalgia, I guess. So we will do one more, and then I will call it there. Just that way this video is not too long and boring, and it's short and sweet and to the point. Alright, first I need to turn around. I wonder what Skull Rock is, then. Yeet. As I was trying to say earlier, I was gonna share a couple memories that I had, you know, since we're being nostalgic. I remember primarily playing this game so I lived in one main town throughout elementary school, and then I moved a town in high school. So in high school, I didn't go to high school with the people that I grew up with in elementary school. And before I did that, it was because I moved in 2nd grade to the main school. But before that, I lived in an even smaller town than the initial small town that I grew up in. And that is primarily where I remember playing this game, was in the basement of that old house, because we kept all the consoles downstairs, or all the consoles, listen to me, the console downstairs in the basement, just because that was kind of the family room area, because I didn't play video games in the living room. I've always either played video games in my own room or in a separate room compared to the living room, just because my parents always wanted to watch TV, so I never played. It was kind of a rare treat if I ever got to play video games in the living room on the big TV. I always had to play on the smaller TV, which was fine. And I remember even my dad would sometimes play with me, which that is saying something, because my dad, first of all, is not a technological person at all. He's very old-fashioned. Well, old-fashioned is not the correct term, I guess. He's not country either. I don't know how you would describe him. He's just not techie. You know, he's the kind of guy to have a flip phone in 2019. There you go. That's my dad. That's who my dad is. So for my dad to actually sit down and play a video game with me, it's unheard of. Because my dad would never play video games with me nowadays. Which is fine, of course. I'm not complaining or anything. 21 years old. My dad does not have to play video games with me. It's more of a kid thing. Daddy, why don't you play video games with me? Yeah, my sister and I played video games not super frequently, but enough to where I remember her playing video games with me. To the point to where, like, if I'm ever playing an older game, I'll be like, hey, Amber, do you remember this? Amber's my sister's name, by the way. Also, I just realized that sucker made me lose my first place. I don't know who it was who shot that. I'm blaming you, Cortex, just because I'm blaming you. Even though in the previous Crash game I was playing, Tiny was getting me a brief. Can't fire missiles backwards himself. Yeah, I've been kind of on a Crash binge. I don't know why. Like, with the announcement of CTR, I'm obviously excited. Gosh, dang it. Second place. Come on, Cortex. You're supposed to let me win. I'm the good guy. That means longer time for story time, I guess. But yeah, I've been going on a Crash binge recently. I'm not sure what's sparked it. I mainly wanted to play Crash to Insanity, but then I played Crash Tag Team Racing and then Crash Wrath of Cortex, which was the first PS2 Crash game, and one of the first PS2 games I believe that I owned. And you know what? Screw it. So, I had this photo I like to call my most proud photo. It's a photo of me playing video games in my mom's chair when I was a kid. And I'm going to throw that image up right now because I just found the album that picture is from, and I was super happy to find it. That is what I looked like and how young I was when I played this game. And ironically, that is in the same house that I played this game in the basement that I said before I moved in 2nd grade. Yes, that is what I looked like. That's how young I was. And I believe if the date on the back of that photo is right, it's dated June 10th, 2003. Now, I was born in 1997, and it was June, so I hadn't turned yet that year. So I was not 6 years old, but I was still 5 years old, just about to turn 6. And I still remember playing video games fairly, earlier than that. Like, I remember playing video games when we lived out at the farm when I was, like, between the ages of, like, 2 and 4. So, I've been playing video games for a long time. And for those of you who don't want to do the math, I am 22. Pardon me. I am 21. I will be turning 22 in July. So I would say that a couple of years have passed. See, I'm already getting used to the drifting a little bit. It took a bit to get used to, but I think I'm starting to get it down. You gotta know how to take the turns. And you gotta know how to frickin' time the boost right. Yeah, look at those boosts. Call me the Boost Master. Don't call me the Boost Master. Nice. So that was a little more nostalgic. I kind of enjoyed that. Just, telling stories. Because we all have our stories. We all get nostalgic. We all played these games. I mean, at least the people who played the games that are here. Okay, you know what I meant. But yeah. So we all have our own stories to tell. And it's just, I don't know about you guys, but it's always kind of fun to hear other people's stories. Even though this was a little bit better commentating, I think that I'm still going to end the video here. Those frame drops. I guarantee you it's the confetti that's causing that. How do I know the frame drops? Well, first of all, you can see it clearly. Second of all, the music is like stuttering a little bit. Or like sounds like it's in slow motion. Oh, that was fun. A little bit of a slow start because I wasn't really doing a lot of sharing, even though I was, saying how nostalgic it was. But that was fun. Well, thank you for going on this nostalgic trip with me. I don't know if there will be another one, I might stream something like this. I might not. My schedule and intentions are very much in the air, but I'm going to try and keep this relevant to this video. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on the nostalgia trip. And I will see you in the next chapter. Bye-bye.